The next is division Pteridophyta. So Pteridophyta is advanced when compared to the previous division Bryophyta, because this time they have got true roots, stem, and leaves also. So for that reason, they are advanced than the bryophytes. Now there are different types of pteridophytes. This is Selaginella, and there is the aquatic Salvinia, the fern, and Equisetum. Phytes, they are also found in cool, damp, and shady places, and their leaves. Their leaves are special in the sense that their leaves have got spores. Their leaves are having spores that are present in sporangium. So that's why their leaves are called as sporophylls. Now, when these spores fall down onto the ground, they germinate. Now, once they germinate, they will form a multicellular structure which is called prothallus. And the prothallus has got rhizoids that are serving the function like roots. So this structure is called prothallus. So the plant body is called sporophyte. These plant body is called sporophyte because they bear spores on their leaves. That's why they're called sporophyte. And when these spores they fall down and germinate to form the prothallus, prothallus is called gametophyte. This prothallus is called gametophyte. So the sporophyte which is present, the sporophyte is diploid. The sporophyte that is having spores on the leaves, they are diploid. Whereas when they produce the spores that are present on the leaves, they are haploid because they are formed as a result of reduction division, that is meiosis. Now coming back to the prothallus, in the prothallus, sex organs are present. Now in case of ferns, the types of spores that are produced are similar. They are same type, so they are called homosporous. Homosporous. But in case of Selaginella and Salvinia, the spores that are present inside the leaves are of different types. Then that means there are male spores as well as the female spores. Now the female spores will be called as megaspores, and megaspores will germinate to form female gametophyte, and the male spores are called microspores, and microspores will germinate to form male gametophyte. So megaspores will form female, and microspores will germinate to form male gametophyte. So from the male gametophyte, the male gametes have to go to the female gametophyte and fuse there to form the zygote. But that's not the case in case of ferns. In case of ferns, they are homosporous. All the spores will produce only one type of prothallus. Now, in the prothallus, what happens is there are female reproductive organs present as well as male reproductive organs. Now, the female reproductive organs are called archegonium. They're called archegonium, and archegonium has inside it egg. Egg is present within the archegonium. That is, female gamete is present inside the archegonium. And the male sex organs, which is present on the prothallus, is called antheridium. Now, it's because of this reason that this multicellular structure, they are able to live by themselves also because they have rhizoids. And this structure is called gametophyte as they bear the sex organ. And the gametophyte, since they are formed from germination of the haploid spores, the gametophyte will be haploid. They will be haploid. Now coming to the step of fertilization. During fertilization, what happens is the antherozoids from the antheridium will pass on to the archegonium, and that requires the help of water. That's why they are always important to get water for fertilization. So the male gametes from the antheridium is called as antherozoids. Antherozoids. So antherozoids will swim through the water and they will reach the archegonium and fuse with the egg which is present in the archegonium. So the zygote is formed within the archegonium. When male gamete fuses with the female gamete, then the zygote will be formed, which is formed within the archegonium. Now this zygote, they will germinate to form the sporophyte. Since zygote is already diploid, the zygote will germinate to form the adult individual, that is with spores. So there is another pteridophyte present. So this is the life cycle of the pteridophytes.